Despite her youth, Elizabeth Taylor was already a prominent figure in Hollywood at the tender age of 15. It was during this time that her path crossed with that of President John F. Kennedy. Rumors began to circulate about their encounters, raising eyebrows and sparking intrigue. Speculations intensified about Kennedy's interest in Taylor, who was not only strikingly beautiful but also an emerging talent in the film industry. Many found it shocking that a man wielding so much power would pursue someone so young, and the complicity of their surroundings often escalated the situation. As the narrative unfolded, stories emerged describing the interactions they had at exclusive events, where both were often in the public eye. Reports suggested that there were moments of flirtation and admiration, with Kennedy allegedly captivated by her charm. Yet, there were darker whispers regarding the pressures and expectations placed on Taylor, a mere teenager navigating a complex world of fame and political influence. Amidst the glamour of Hollywood, the troubling dynamics of their relationship began to reveal the less savory aspects of celebrity culture. Elizabeth, while basking in the glow of her early success, found herself at the center of a scandal that blurred the lines between admiration and exploitation. Each meeting with Kennedy brought mixed feelings for her, caught between the allure of power and the looming shadows of her youth. The circumstances surrounding their encounters have since become a subject of fascination, reflecting not just on Taylor, but on the era's complex and often contradictory views on fame, youth, and the relationships that formed in their wake. During the 1950s, Elizabeth Taylor found herself increasingly unhappy with her situation at MGM. Despite her immense fame and talent, she felt trapped by the strict contracts and demands of the studio. MGM controlled not only her professional life, but also her personal life, dictating the roles she would play and the image she would project. Taylor often resented the assignments she received, as many did not align with her artistic vision or personal standards. This dissatisfaction grew as she realized that the studio's control limited her freedom as an actress and as an individual. The friction between Taylor and MGM became a significant chapter in her career, illustrating the restrictive nature of the studio system that dominated Hollywood at the time. Her struggles to assert her independence and break free from these constraints were pivotal, not just for her own career, but also for future generations of actors. Taylor's efforts paved the way for others to gain more control over their careers, challenging the traditional power dynamics in the film industry. Recognizing the potential of celebrity branding, Elizabeth Taylor emerged as a trailblazer in the fragrance industry, following in the footsteps of other iconic figures like Sophia Loren. She was among the first celebrities to lend her name and image to a perfume line, which was a groundbreaking move at the time. Taylor introduced her signature fragrance, which quickly became a bestseller, paving the way for the booming market of celebrity perfumes. This venture was not merely a side project for her. It became an essential part of her public persona. Her fragrances reflected her love of glamour and sophistication, while also showcasing her keen business acumen. By successfully merging her star power with the world of branded products, she created a legacy that inspired countless other celebrities to explore similar paths. Elizabeth Taylor's influence in the fragrance industry remained significant, as she set a standard for how celebrities could effectively market their own products, blending their personal brand with commercial success. During the 1980s and 1990s, Elizabeth Taylor emerged as a powerful advocate for AIDS awareness and research, leaving a legacy that transcended her illustrious film career. In 1985, she co-founded the American Foundation for AIDS Research, known as AMFAR, at a time when the disease was shrouded in stigma and misinformation. Many public figures hesitated to engage with the cause, fearing backlash or misunderstanding. However, Taylor's courage and compassion led her to take a stand, using her fame to shine a light on the urgent need for research and support for those affected by the epidemic. In 1991, she established the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation, which focused on raising funds and increasing awareness about the disease. Her relentless dedication played a crucial role in changing public perceptions of AIDS, helping to humanize those impacted by the virus. Through her activism, she gave a voice to millions, advocating for marginalized communities and ensuring that their struggles were not ignored. Taylor's efforts not only advanced research, but also fostered a sense of hope and solidarity among those affected by the disease. Her work remains a testament to her commitment to social justice and her belief in the power of compassion. For her extensive charitable work, especially her contributions to AIDS awareness and research, Elizabeth Taylor received numerous awards and honors. Among them was the prestigious Presidential Citizens Medal, which underscored her dedication to philanthropy and humanitarian causes. Her activism, particularly in the later years of her life, shifted her public image from merely a Hollywood star to a respected humanitarian and advocate. She used her platform to make a difference, influencing both fans and fellow celebrities to become more socially conscious. Taylor's philanthropic efforts are a testament to her compassion and commitment to social justice, showcasing how her legacy went far beyond Hollywood glamour. She founded the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation, which has raised millions for research and support for those affected by the disease. Her tireless work helped to destigmatize AIDS and brought attention to the urgent need for funding and care. Elizabeth Taylor's impact on the world of philanthropy remains significant, inspiring many to follow in her footsteps and advocate for those in need. Elizabeth Taylor's personal life was as well known and discussed as her film career. She was famously married 8 times to 7 different men, making her love life a subject of intense media scrutiny. Her relationships were often tumultuous, filled with passion and drama, particularly her marriages to prominent figures such as Eddie Fisher and Richard Burton. These unions captured the public's imagination as they were marked by both deep affection and significant conflict. Taylor's personal choices, including her conversion to Judaism, showcased her desire for connection and understanding, while her struggles with illness added layers to her complex persona. She faced health challenges throughout her life, including battles with addiction and various medical issues, which she openly discussed. This honesty resonated with audiences who saw her not just as a glamorous star, but as a real person facing real struggles. Her lifestyle, characterized by extravagant tastes and a love for luxurious jewelry, mirrored the glamour of her on-screen roles. Taylor's collection of stunning pieces became iconic, symbolizing her status as a Hollywood legend. Her ability to navigate the highs and lows of her personal life while maintaining her career made her a fascinating figure in the entertainment world. The combination of her romantic escapades, health battles, and her vibrant personality created a narrative that captivated fans and the media alike, ensuring that Elizabeth Taylor remained a beloved and enduring icon. Elizabeth Taylor's love for fine jewelry became one of her most distinctive traits, and she amassed one of the most remarkable private jewelry collections in history. Her pieces included famous items such as the 33.9-carat Krupp diamond, the La Peregrina pearl, and the Taylor Burton diamond. These jewels were not merely accessories. They represented her extravagant lifestyle and her place in Hollywood royalty. The Krupp diamond, a stunning and flawless gem, was a gift from her husband Richard Burton and became one of her signature pieces. The La Peregrina pearl, with its rich history and unique shape, was another treasure that showcased her taste for the extraordinary. The Taylor Burton diamond, a breathtaking 69.42-carat stone, further solidified her status as a jewelry icon. Taylor's collection symbolized her larger-than-life persona and became legendary in its own right. Even today, her jewelry is remembered for its opulence and beauty, often seen as a reflection of Taylor's personality and status as one of Hollywood's last true icons. The stories behind these jewels add to their allure, making them not just beautiful objects, but also pieces of history that continue to fascinate collectors and admirers alike. Elizabeth Taylor embodied the classic Hollywood star image during the studio system era, showcasing beauty and talent that captivated audiences. As a leading actress at MGM, her public persona was meticulously crafted, presenting her as an unreachable icon. However, as Hollywood evolved, so did Taylor. She began to reveal more of her true self, transitioning from a distant star to a relatable figure. This shift marked her as a precursor to the modern celebrity, where personal stories and authenticity became essential. Her ability to adapt to changing times was remarkable. While many stars of her era remained confined to their glamorous images, Taylor embraced her complexities and vulnerabilities. She openly shared her struggles, including her tumultuous relationships and health issues, which endeared her to the public. This openness bridged the gap between the era of studio-made stars and the age of personal, accessible celebrity. Taylor's influence extended beyond her film career. She became a model for future celebrities, blending glamour with authenticity in a way that was rare for stars of her time. Her legacy is not just in her films, but in how she shaped the public's perception of celebrity, paving the way for a new generation of stars who would follow in her footsteps. As Elizabeth Taylor entered the 1960s, her public image transformed significantly. Initially, she was seen as a carefully crafted star by MGM, where her persona was tightly controlled and polished. However, the rise of paparazzi culture changed everything. No longer was her life just a product of studio marketing. Instead, the world began to see the real Elizabeth Taylor, with all her complexities and challenges. This shift allowed her to embrace her true self, including her flaws, which made her more relatable to her fans. She navigated this new landscape of fame with grace, becoming one of the first celebrities to openly share her life, including her struggles and triumphs. This openness was sometimes controversial, but it resonated with the public. Elizabeth Taylor's ability to evolve in the face of changing media dynamics set a precedent for how modern celebrities interact with their audiences. Her journey marked a significant departure from the past, as she became a symbol of authenticity in an industry that often favored illusion. Taylor's transition from starlet to public figure, who was famous for simply being herself, laid the foundation for the concept of the modern celebrity. In many ways, she was one of the original influencers, as her beauty, fashion, and personal choices were widely emulated and discussed. Unlike the manufactured stars before her, Taylor represented a more independent, personality-driven kind of fame. This shift allowed future generations of entertainers, models, and public figures to build careers not just based on talent, but also on persona, marking a fundamental shift in how fame operated in the public eye. Her glamorous lifestyle, tumultuous relationships, and philanthropic efforts made her a household name. She was not just an actress, she was a brand, a trendsetter, and a symbol of a new era in Hollywood. Her ability to connect with the public on a personal level made her relatable, and her candidness about her life experiences resonated with many. This authenticity paved the way for others to follow in her footsteps, creating a new standard for celebrity culture that emphasized individuality and personal narrative. Elizabeth Taylor had a passionate relationship with food, often defying the Hollywood stereotype of strict diets and calorie counting. She loved fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and caviar, embracing the joy of eating with a genuine appreciation for fine meals. Taylor once remarked that a good meal was as enjoyable as valuable art, showing her ability to savor life's pleasures despite the demands of her career. Her openness about her love for food was refreshing and further endeared her to fans, who saw her as someone who truly lived life to the fullest, enjoying both the simple and extravagant moments. Taylor's culinary preferences reflected her vibrant personality, as she often hosted lavish dinner parties where she would share her favorite dishes with friends and family. This love for food was not just about sustenance, it was about connection, celebration, and the joy of sharing experiences with loved ones. Her approach to food was a testament to her zest for life, making her a relatable figure in an industry often focused on appearance and strict diets. Taylor's beauty and self-care routine were as famous as her acting roles. Green, her favorite color, was the color of the dress she wore to marry Eddie Fisher, symbolizing her love for beauty and elegance. Despite her celebrity status, she often used affordable brands like Jergens lotion, showing that her beauty routine was grounded in practicality. She avoided false eyelashes and lip injections, relying on natural beauty practices such as using ice water or tea bags under her eyes. This simple yet effective approach highlighted her commitment to authenticity. Taylor believed in enhancing her natural features rather than masking them with heavy makeup. Her straightforward methods, combined with her iconic looks, made her a beauty icon admired for her authenticity and elegance. She often emphasized the importance of self-care, which included staying hydrated and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. This dedication to her beauty routine not only reflected her personal values, but also resonated with many who admired her for being relatable and genuine. Elizabeth Taylor was born on February 27, 1932, in London, where her early life was steeped in art and culture. Her father worked as an art dealer, and her mother was a retired actress, which meant that Taylor grew up in a household filled with creativity and artistic expression. The family mingled with prominent artists and politicians, creating a rich environment that nurtured her love for the arts. However, as World War II loomed over Europe, her family made the significant decision to relocate to Beverly Hills, California. This move was driven by the desire to escape the dangers of the impending war. Arriving in the United States marked a pivotal change in Taylor's life. The sunny landscapes of California contrasted sharply with her London upbringing, and this new setting opened doors to opportunities that would eventually lead her to Hollywood stardom. The transition from a cultured life in London to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood was profound, setting the stage for her future as one of the most iconic actresses in film history. The experiences and influences from her early life would shape her career and personal life in ways that would resonate throughout her entire life. Elizabeth Taylor's violet eyes were one of her most striking features, capturing the attention of Hollywood and setting her apart from other stars. Due to a rare genetic mutation, Taylor was born with a double row of eyelashes, giving her eyes a natural intensity and making them appear almost otherworldly. This unique trait not only enhanced her beauty, but also contributed to the depth of her performances. Directors and audiences alike were mesmerized by her gaze, which added to her on-screen allure. Her eyes became her trademark, often emphasized in her roles, and they contributed to the mystique that surrounded her, reinforcing her image as a unique and unforgettable star. The combination of her captivating violet hue and the dramatic framing of her lashes created a look that was both enchanting and powerful. This distinctive feature allowed her to convey a wide range of emotions, drawing viewers into her character's experiences. Taylor's eyes were not just a physical attribute, they were a vital part of her identity as an actress, making her performances even more memorable and impactful. The fascination with her eyes extended beyond the screen, influencing fashion and beauty trends of her time. Many sought to replicate the allure of her gaze, which became synonymous with glamour and sophistication. Elizabeth Taylor's violet eyes will forever remain a symbol of her extraordinary talent and beauty, leaving an indelible mark on the world of cinema. Elizabeth Taylor made her Hollywood debut with Universal Pictures, but it was her signing with MGM that truly launched her to stardom. Her breakout role in National Velvet solidified her as one of Hollywood's most promising young stars. In this film, she portrayed a young girl who dreams of winning the Grand National Horse Race, showcasing not only her acting skills, but also her ability to connect with audiences. Taylor quickly became a favorite among viewers for her talent and captivating screen presence. As a young actress, she brought a maturity and depth to her roles that was rare, setting her apart from other child stars of her time. Her performances were marked by a unique blend of innocence and sophistication, which resonated with both young and adult audiences. This early success was a clear indication of the remarkable career that lay ahead. Taylor's ability to convey complex emotions and her striking beauty made her a lasting icon from her very first steps in the industry. Her journey in Hollywood was just beginning, and she would go on to become one of the most celebrated actresses of her generation. MGM, like other major studios of the era, exerted significant control over Taylor's image, attempting to craft her as the perfect Hollywood star. They suggested altering her physical appearance, from her teeth to her hair, and even proposed a screen name change to Virginia. Taylor and her parents resisted these drastic changes, and her insistence on keeping her real identity eventually became part of her appeal. Her experience highlighted the struggles faced by stars in the studio system and underscored her determination to maintain her sense of self in an industry that often prioritized image over individuality. This battle for authenticity was not just about personal preference. It was a reflection of the broader conflict between artistic integrity and commercial demands. Taylor's refusal to conform to the studio's vision allowed her to carve out a unique space in Hollywood, where she became known not only for her talent, but also for her strong will and individuality. Her story serves as a reminder of the challenges many actors faced during this time, as they navigated the pressures of fame and the expectations of the industry. As one of MGM's prized young stars, Elizabeth Taylor faced a strict studio schedule that demanded her full attention and energy. She was expected to juggle her education alongside acting, dance, and singing lessons. The studio's relentless demands treated her almost like a product on a production line, a sentiment she later described as being part of a huge extended factory. This environment was not just about acting. It was a rigorous routine that left little room for a personal life. Taylor often reflected on the immense pressures she faced while growing up in such a setting. The constant push to perform and meet the studio's expectations shaped her understanding of the industry and her role within it. These early experiences were pivotal, influencing her future decisions to take more control of her career. She sought to break free from the constraints imposed by the studio system, setting the stage for a new era of actor independence that would allow her to choose her projects and define her own path in Hollywood. Taylor's role in National Velvet brought her international fame and led MGM to offer her a new 7-year contract, which included a weekly salary of $750, a considerable amount for the time. This film showcased her remarkable talent and charm, capturing the hearts of audiences everywhere. As she transitioned from a child actress to a teen star, MGM recognized her potential and worked diligently to promote her image. They capitalized on her popularity by creating various merchandise, including coloring books and paper dolls modeled after her. This marketing strategy not only solidified her status as a beloved figure, but also made her a household name. Taylor's rise to stardom was not just a product of MGM's careful planning. Her natural talent and on-screen charisma shone through, making her relatable and adored by fans of all ages. The combination of her captivating performances and the studio's promotional efforts ensured that she remained a prominent figure in the entertainment industry for years to come. As Elizabeth Taylor entered her teenage years, MGM took significant steps to shape her public persona. The studio aimed to present her as a typical teenager, engaging in activities that would resonate with the audience. They orchestrated carefully staged photo shoots and crafted press releases that depicted her as a wholesome and relatable young woman. This portrayal included images of her attending glamorous parties and dating, which contrasted sharply with the reality of her life. Behind the scenes, Taylor was juggling an intense filming schedule and facing relentless public scrutiny. The studio's efforts to manage her image were intended to facilitate her transition into more mature roles in Hollywood. However, this carefully curated public image often clashed with her private life, which was filled with complexities and controversies. The pressure of growing up in the spotlight highlighted the difficulties she faced, as the expectations placed upon her by the media, and the studio created a challenging environment. Taylor's experience serves as a poignant example of the struggles many young stars endure while navigating the demands of fame and the desire for authenticity. Elizabeth Taylor's relationships with influential figures such as John F. Kennedy and Ronald Reagan sparked widespread scandal and fascination. Allegations surfaced that she had romantic connections with these men while still a teenager, leading to public outcry and scrutiny. The media was captivated by her allure, often portraying her as a seductress who could attract some of the most powerful men of her time. These relationships, though sometimes controversial, highlighted the intersection of Hollywood glamour and political power. The stories surrounding her love life were often sensationalized, feeding into the public's desire for gossip and intrigue. Taylor's beauty and charisma made her a subject of fascination, and her connections to prominent figures only intensified this interest. The scrutiny she faced was relentless, as tabloids and magazines eagerly reported on her romantic escapades. Despite the controversies, these relationships contributed to her legacy as a Hollywood icon. They painted a picture of a woman who was not only a talented actress, but also a figure capable of navigating the complex world of fame and power. Taylor's life was a blend of admiration and criticism, reflecting the duality of her public persona. Her ability to draw in influential men became a defining aspect of her story, leaving a lasting impression on both her fans and critics alike. Elizabeth Taylor's role in Cleopatra marked a turning point in her career and cemented her status as a Hollywood megastar. She became the first actress to earn a $1 million paycheck for a single film, setting a new standard for celebrity compensation. The film's production was riddled with issues, including budget overruns and delays, but Taylor's involvement turned it into a highly anticipated event. The film's success and the surrounding media frenzy elevated her fame to unprecedented heights, making her a household name across the globe. Cleopatra became synonymous with Taylor, solidifying her as an enduring icon. The lavish sets, extravagant costumes, and her powerful performance captivated audiences and critics alike. Despite the challenges faced during filming, Taylor's dedication and talent shone through, showcasing her ability to embody the complex character of the Egyptian queen. This film not only transformed her career, but also influenced the film industry, highlighting the importance of star power in attracting audiences. Taylor's legacy as Cleopatra continues to resonate, reminding us of her remarkable impact on cinema and popular culture. Elizabeth Taylor's love affair with Eddie Fisher, and later Richard Burton, marked a significant moment in Hollywood history, becoming one of the first major tabloid scandals. The public was captivated by her relationships, which quickly became the subject of gossip columns. The affair with Fisher was particularly shocking, as it disrupted the wholesome image Taylor had carefully crafted over the years. Fisher was married to Taylor's close friend, Debbie Reynolds, which added layers of drama and intrigue to the situation. As the story unfolded, audiences were drawn into the emotional turmoil and scandal that surrounded Taylor. Her subsequent relationship with Richard Burton took the tabloid frenzy to new heights. Their passionate and tumultuous romance was filled with public arguments and reconciliations, making them a constant topic of conversation. Taylor's willingness to live openly and embrace her desires, despite the judgment from the public and media, set her apart from many of her contemporaries. She became one of the first stars to fully embrace the tabloid era, showing that celebrity life could be as dramatic and complex as the roles she played on screen. The fascination with her personal life not only redefined celebrity gossip, but also changed how the public viewed the lives of stars. Taylor's relationships were not just scandals, they were a reflection of her boldness and desire to live authentically, regardless of the consequences. Elizabeth Taylor's marriage to Richard Burton was intense, extravagant, and marked by both love and conflict. They were the original power couple, known for their lavish spending, passionate fights, and undeniable chemistry. Their relationship began on the set of the film Cleopatra, where their attraction was immediate and electric. This led to a whirlwind romance that captivated the public and the media alike. Together, they starred in 11 films, including classics like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and The Taming of the Shrew, showcasing their remarkable on-screen partnership. Their lifestyle was characterized by opulence, with extravagant gifts and luxurious vacations that often made headlines. However, their relationship was not without its challenges. They had fierce arguments and reconciliations that kept the world watching. Their love story embodied a new era of celebrity excess, where personal lives were as much a part of their public personas as their film careers. Despite their eventual divorce, Taylor later referred to Burton as the true love of her life, highlighting the depth of their connection. Their passionate romance and tumultuous relationship set a standard for high-profile romances in the public eye, leaving a lasting legacy in Hollywood history. In the 1960s, Elizabeth Taylor showcased her remarkable acting skills through a series of critically acclaimed performances that transformed her career. One of her most notable roles was in the film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? In this film, she portrayed a complex and emotionally charged character, revealing a raw and powerful side of her acting that was a departure from the glamorous roles she had played earlier in her career. This performance earned her a second Academy Award, highlighting her evolution as an actress. During this period, Taylor took on more challenging and dramatic roles, marking a creative peak in her career. Her ability to convey deep emotions resonated with both audiences and critics, solidifying her reputation as a serious actress. The depth and intensity she brought to her characters demonstrated that she was more than just a beautiful face. She was a talented performer capable of delivering profound and memorable performances. This era not only defined her legacy, but also changed the way she was perceived in Hollywood, establishing her as a formidable force in the film industry. As Elizabeth Taylor entered the later stages of her career, she encountered several challenges that affected her once dominant presence in Hollywood. Weight gain and various health problems began to take a toll on her ability to secure leading roles. The landscape of the entertainment industry was also shifting, with the rise of television and changing tastes in film contributing to a decline in her career. Despite these obstacles, Taylor demonstrated remarkable adaptability. She ventured into the fragrance industry, launching her own line of perfumes that became wildly successful. This move not only showcased her business acumen but also allowed her to reinvent herself outside of acting. The fragrances resonated with fans and helped maintain her status as a beloved public figure. Taylor's ability to transition from the silver screen to the world of business highlighted her resilience and versatility. Even as her film roles faded, her enduring appeal remained strong, proving that she could thrive in new arenas. Elizabeth Taylor's entry into the fragrance industry marked a significant shift in how celebrities interacted with their fans and the market. With the launch of her first scent, Passion, she set the stage for a new era where stars could extend their brand beyond the silver screen. However, it was White Diamonds that truly captured the public's imagination. This fragrance became one of the best-selling celebrity perfumes of all time, surpassing even her illustrious acting career in terms of revenue. The success of White Diamonds not only solidified Taylor's status as a business mogul, but also inspired a wave of other celebrities to create their own fragrance lines. This trend transformed what was once a niche market into a mainstream phenomenon, allowing stars to connect with their audience in a more personal way. Taylor's achievements in the fragrance world added a new layer to her legacy, demonstrating that her influence reached far beyond Hollywood and into the hearts and homes of people everywhere. Her ability to blend glamour with entrepreneurship showcased her multifaceted talent and left an indelible mark on both the fragrance industry and popular culture. After converting to Judaism in 1959, Elizabeth Taylor became a vocal advocate for Jewish causes, using her platform to support Israel and fight anti-Semitism. Her commitment to her adopted faith was profound, and she often expressed how it provided her with a sense of comfort and belonging. Taylor's activism included purchasing Israeli bonds, which helped to support the country's economy, and she worked tirelessly to raise funds for various Jewish organizations. Despite her efforts, she faced significant backlash, including bans from certain countries that opposed her outspoken support for Israel. Nevertheless, she remained undeterred in her mission. Taylor's dedication to Jewish advocacy was not just a personal journey. It reflected her belief in using her fame to make a positive impact in the world. She spoke openly about the importance of standing up against prejudice and discrimination, demonstrating that her celebrity status could be a powerful tool for change. Her actions and words inspired many, showing that even in the face of controversy, one can stand firm in their beliefs and make a difference. Taylor's decision to convert to Judaism was a deeply personal one, influenced by her desire for spiritual fulfillment and connection to an ancient tradition. This choice was not merely a change of faith. It represented a profound journey towards understanding her identity and values. Her faith played a significant role in shaping her public persona and private life. Taylor became an outspoken supporter of Israel, using her platform to advocate for the country and its people. This commitment was evident in her refusal to work in countries that condemned her beliefs, showcasing her courage in standing by her convictions. Her journey in faith was marked by a determination to embrace her beliefs fully, which set her apart as an icon who was not only glamorous but also principled. Taylor's religious influence extended beyond her own life, inspiring others to embrace their beliefs and use them as a force for good. She demonstrated that faith could be a source of strength and guidance, encouraging those around her to reflect on their own values and the impact they could have on the world. Through her actions and advocacy, Taylor left a lasting legacy that highlighted the importance of faith in personal and public life. Her story serves as a reminder of the power of conviction and the role of spirituality in shaping one's path. Throughout her life, Elizabeth Taylor battled numerous health issues, which significantly impacted her personal and professional journey. She faced scoliosis, a condition that affected her spine and caused her considerable discomfort. This condition was not just a minor inconvenience. It required her to undergo multiple surgeries to alleviate the pain and improve her quality of life. Additionally, her time on film sets was not without its dangers. Taylor sustained various injuries while performing stunts or during the demanding shoots of her films. These injuries often led to long periods of recovery, during which she had to confront the physical and emotional challenges that came with her health struggles. Despite these adversities, Taylor's resilience shone through. She faced her health issues with a strength that resonated with her fans. They admired her not only for her beauty and talent, but also for her ability to confront real and painful struggles. Her health challenges became a significant part of her narrative, adding depth to her public image. Elizabeth Taylor was not just a glamorous star. She was a symbol of perseverance and strength. Her journey through pain and recovery showcased her determination to continue her career and live life to the fullest, inspiring many who followed her story. In the 1980s, Elizabeth Taylor made a significant impact by openly discussing her battles with addiction. She took a brave step by checking into the Betty Ford Center, becoming the first celebrity to publicly admit to such struggles. This act was groundbreaking and helped to break the stigma surrounding addiction treatment. By sharing her experiences with alcohol and prescription drugs, Taylor not only highlighted her personal challenges but also encouraged others to seek help. Her honesty resonated with many, showing that even those in the spotlight face difficult times. This openness changed the conversation about addiction in Hollywood and beyond, making it more acceptable to talk about these issues. Taylor's willingness to confront her problems made her a relatable figure, demonstrating that glamour does not shield anyone from personal battles. Her legacy in addiction awareness continues to inspire many to seek help and support, proving that vulnerability can lead to strength and healing. In the final decades of her life, Elizabeth Taylor's health declined significantly, and she was rarely seen in public. She suffered from congestive heart failure, which, combined with her long-standing back issues, left her wheelchair-bound. Her health struggles became a poignant part of her story, as fans and admirers watched one of Hollywood's greatest icons face her mortality. Taylor's courage in dealing with her health issues was a testament to her strength, as she maintained her dignity and humor, even in the face of debilitating illness. Her resilience remained a defining characteristic until her passing in 2011. Despite her physical challenges, she continued to inspire many with her spirit and determination. Elizabeth Taylor's journey through illness highlighted not only her personal battles, but also her unwavering commitment to her charitable work, particularly in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Her legacy as a talented actress and a compassionate humanitarian endures, reminding us of the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Elizabeth Taylor's funeral was held at Forest Lawn Memorial Park, following Jewish traditions. In a final act of personality and humor, she requested that the ceremony begin 15 minutes late, so she could, as her representative put it, be late for her own funeral. This gesture reflected Taylor's wit and love of the dramatic, giving her a memorable farewell fitting for one of Hollywood's most enduring stars. Her funeral, attended by close friends and family, marked the end of an era, as one of Hollywood's last golden age icons was laid to rest with the grace and elegance that defined her life. The ceremony was intimate, filled with heartfelt tributes and memories shared by those who knew her best. The atmosphere was a blend of sorrow and celebration, honoring a woman who had captivated audiences for decades. Taylor's legacy as a talented actress and a passionate humanitarian was evident in the stories recounted during the service. Her impact on film and society was profound, and her final farewell was a testament to her unique spirit and enduring charm. As we delve deeper into the intricacies of Elizabeth Taylor's and John F. Kennedy's encounters, it's evident that this was not just a simple case of starry-eyed admiration. The juxtaposition of Taylor's youthful innocence against the backdrop of Kennedy's political stature paints a complex picture of their interactions. For Elizabeth, who was coming into her own as a talented actress with an enchanting persona, the attention from the charismatic young president was undoubtedly flattering. Yet, it cast a long shadow over her teenage years, a time meant for exploration and self-discovery, now complicated by the intense scrutiny of the public eye and the pressures that accompanied her fame. In those glamorous yet fraught moments at elite events, their relationship evolved into a spectacle, sparking gossip and fascination among the press and the public alike. Beyond the flirtation, there was an underlying tension, an acknowledgement of the power dynamics at play. The idea that a 15-year-old girl could be intertwined with the affairs of a sitting president raises crucial questions about agency and influence in a world obsessed with celebrity. Even as Taylor maneuvered through this tumultuous chapter of her life, she was not alone in her struggles. Many young actresses before and after her have faced similar dilemmas, illustrating a recurring theme in Hollywood, a space glittering with opportunity yet riddled with peril. This story is not just about the meetings between Taylor and Kennedy. It's a reflection of the era's cultural landscape, where the allure of fame often masked more profound issues of exploitation and vulnerability. As we reflect on the legacy of their interactions, it's clear that the narrative surrounding Elizabeth Taylor and John F. Kennedy cannot be neatly categorized. It serves as a compelling reminder of the complexities of human relationships, particularly in the world of fame, where admiration can easily devolve into something far more troubling. The lessons from their story echo through time, urging us to scrutinize the often unspoken rules that govern the intersection of power, youth, and celebrity, elements that remain relevant to this